Hello everyone, welcome to a new Indiana Jones stream. Tonight we are in the home country of the Kovic. Hello everyone, Kovic and Neko. And Kovic promised that will share with us some interesting trivia from his country and this location, Prague. One moment.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have the chat on our right. We'll look from time to time to the chat, and we decided to not crowd the stream anymore with the chat. So we'll pop up some of the messages from you from time to time. Chris is with us. Hello, Chris.
As usual, I also have the chat here, so I can also say hi, Chris.
Yeah, welcome back. Chris leave us a message that he regretted that wasn't able to see our past stream. I'm happy that you are here, and you didn't miss a lot because
some technical problems at the end, but oh well.
Yeah,
which we have figured out, thankfully.
Yeah.
We hope.
And me having a trauma about the crocodile.
Let's hope so. So we are in Prague, the second chapter of the game. The technical problems, we guessed it, that was the background remover that we used on our selves. It was too much for my video card because it's not made with a green screen. It's real time, so that's why we are with backgrounds also, but enough with technicalities.
Surprisingly, by the way, for my usual bookkeeping stuff, is the Kovic doesn't have the world record on this set of levels, but it's the impossible in 13 minutes 47 seconds.
I haven't given this chapter a fair shot. Yeah, I think it's definitely the hardest one in the game to do as an IL, because there's quite a big number of skips, and also in this chapter, in the speedrun, is the first instance of out of bounds, which in this game can be quite random.
Also, it's quite a long chapter, if I'm not mistaken.
The longest by far.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the longest. Yeah.
You have that whole section where you need to go through 4 doors and move a clock and such.
I'm not sure is this one or the next one with the clock.
It's probably all right. Yeah, Blue. The messages appear on screen.
Okay. I already forgot how to jump.
It's a button.
Oh no.
I remember
anyway,
this
it needs
one.
to be said. So this chapter is set in the Prague castle, a highly fictionalized version of it. First of all, we have to say that the timeline makes no sense, because you might know this game takes place just before Temple of Doom, which I believe means 1935. But here is Prague full of Germans. But in 1935, the Germans had not yet occupied Czechoslovakia. So the game got it a little bit wrong here.
I would say,
yeah, you
really
were,
wrong.
You were spot on. I just googled. Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom takes place in 1935.
But as we'll see, that's I think almost the least of the inaccuracies. As I said, the castle is highly fictionalized, so it's basically nothing like the real thing, which is for the best gameplay-wise, because in my honest opinion, the castle is not that interesting. It's like it's a big complex on a hill, but the castle itself is quite small. There's lots of other buildings that are sort of part of the complex, but they're not really Gothic in any way. There's also the cathedral, which sadly is not included here in the game.
You know, when I first saw the castle, I always thought it was like a reference to the Last Crusade, when the whole gag of watching the tapestries come. But was it also in Prague?
No, that was in Austria.
Oh, yeah, no, you said.
And in the movie, the timeline makes sense, because I think Last Crusade is either 38 or 39, and that was at that point Austria was occupied by the Nazis, or annexed, rather. One thing that is quite accurate, though, is the fact that it's very hard to get into the castle. It's the same these days.
The Last Crusade is indeed 2 years later. Sorry, 3. So the castle isn't like publicly visitable.
Now, there's a lot of security measures, so there's always long lines to get into it. I believe that the measures were established around 2015, 2016, where there was a lot of worry about terrorism. So they
Yeah.
really made the security tougher, and they never repealed it since. So it's been all annoying for a number of years now. Fun fact, we actually have an election going on right now for a new president, and so the next one has promised to relax the security a bit.
That's interesting, since around the same time period, 2016 or 2017, we were in Belgium, in Brussels, the terrorist attacks on our biggest airport and metro station happened, and our security measures are now, I'm not gonna say gone, but way lax compared to when the attacks happened. And then hearing things like that, it's surprising.
What?
The other trigger.
Oh yeah. We should have a lot of secrets on the castle, I guess.
3 of them.
3? Only 3?
Yeah. When I look at the treasures guide, since I don't always remember in which level they are, it almost looks 3 per chapter.
Interesting.
Oh, I take that back. The lagoon has like 5.
Okay, blue screen. We don't have the chat anymore on stream. We pop up some of the comments from time to time, but Neko and Nekovic are looking at the chat. Okay.
There is a speedrun strat in this level that I think we might be able to perform, but it's near the end, so it's not yet, but we'll get there.
Is that the one where we roll through the gate?
Yeah, that one.
Mhm.
Not too much more of this, I hope. Just keep your eyes open. Maybe when I'm done here, Herr Göring will give me that riding crop he promised me. Der Amerikaner, tötet ihn!
I actually wonder,
Whoa.
are melee attacks stronger when you pick up like a table leg or a
The chair is OP. It can one-hit kill enemies if you use the. I mean, it's the right mouse button on PC. I don't know which attack it is here. Basically, like the heavy attack. That's used in a different level as a consistent way to kill enemies or kill a specific enemy quickly.
yeah.
That's something I also didn't mention. So I said that fighting, combat is a big part of this game and of the speedrun. And so managing to kill enemies as quickly as possible is required. And for that, some attacks that Indy can do with his fists are stronger than others. Specifically, there is a combo you can do where you punch 2 times and then you press both attack keys, so on PC both mouse buttons at the same time, and Indy does this sort of overhead swing with his fists like this, and that seems to do the most damage. And also it knocks enemies back, so they're on the floor, and when an enemy is on the floor you can do a light attack and Indy kicks the opponent, and that does 2 things. It does a little bit of damage, and it also makes the opponent stand up immediately, and then you can continue pummeling him again. So basically, the optimal combat, in my opinion, boils down to repeating this overhead move and then kicking the enemy and then doing it again. And usually against human enemies, you only need to do this about 3 times and then the guy is dead. And that's the fastest way to kill. And also the knockback means you can knock the enemy into other enemies, and that does sort of AoE damage because they take damage from being hit by a flying enemy, and then they also fall down. So that's the best way to fight.
Yeah, Chris, what you were saying, I'm from Belgium and I know also a little bit of German, and it's very interesting to hear that they use German voice actors, all voice actors who have an amazing German accent. And indeed, this game is about rolling.
I don't recall if this was ever explained, but rolling helps you go under things.
Yeah, but it doesn't work when I've tried it. I don't know why.
Oh.
It's the left trigger, the rolling on Xbox controller.
It's funny how when you die, the roll goes through Indy's body instead of moving it.
Lack of physics. I don't think they have any like havoc physics in this game, like they did in other titles around this time, like Half-Life 2.
Not too much more of this, I hope.
I think all the deaths and such, they're all animation based, and so always the same.
Okay, the AI is really funny sometimes. Like, I'm gonna do a fist fight. I'm almost dead. Why do I have a gun to win this fist fight? I mean...
Oh my god. I need to learn the combos.
Heavily recommended. I don't know what difficulty you're playing on. I assume default, so that's probably normal. But the game can actually get hard, especially on the hard.
Yeah, I will need to check the controls and You help me translate from the PC controls to the Xbox.
So attack 1, that's a
combos.
light attack, so that's on X apparently.
Okay.
So attacking is done by doing this basically.
Attack X, attack 2. So I have X and A. So
Yeah.
okay. One thing that I hate on this game is that you don't have quick saves, at least on Xbox.
Not even on, not PC either. It's the
Like-
same on all versions, basically.
Isn't
I,
that
I,
shit?
it's an interesting question whether what was first, like a chicken and egg question, whether the small levels were first and then they decided you don't need any saving, or
Given the fact that the game appeared first on Xbox, I guess they were limited by the platform with the length of the levels. I mean,
Yeah, but
possibly.
also, on
But-
multi-platform games, I always wonder which version actually came first, and sometimes you have like deals like, oh, we want to sell more consoles, so Indy comes first on Xbox.
it is possible that the levels would be too big, but Xbox had relatively a lot of memory for consoles of that time.
How
I
is
believe-
Indy still alive?
Oh my
I was
God.
gonna recommend healing.
I hate these traps.
Chris says the fights can drag on for too long. Sometimes 2 headshots, gunshots are not enough. That's true. The guns, I noticed that's something that actually some reviewers complained about, how weak the guns are. But that's basically, I think they came into this game with expectations similar to Infernal Machine, which had gun-based combat, just like Tomb Raider. But here, the combat philosophy is completely different. Yeah, that's a one-hit... No, it's not one-hit kill. Wow. Disappointing. Anyway, as I was saying, right, here the combat system is an actual system, and it's based around melee. And from that sense, weapons, as in firearms, are quote-unquote cheating, right? You're opting out of the combat system altogether and avoiding potential damage. So, as consequence, you have a lot less ammo than in Infernal Machine, and also the guns are not that strong. It takes 2 revolver shots to kill an enemy. Here with the Luger, the German pistol, that one is way weaker, so it takes like 4 or 5 shots to kill an enemy. So it feels weak. It is sort of from a realistic point of view, it's also weak. But I think it makes sense game balance wise, because you're basically trading skill for safety.
Where's my hat? Oh, okay.
On the floor.
Okay, what's the point with this door? I don't have anything here. I'm missing something.
I think it's because of the table leg. The table
Oh.
leg can be a nice weapon.
Okay.
To answer the question that Chris asked about the Staff of Kings and the Euphoria engine, that was of the cancelled game. For the cancelled game, according to Wikipedia, who lists 2 references to 2 IGN articles, interviews with the developers, is they would have used that engine, but Staff of Kings uses a totally different engine.
An worse engine, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Blue Screen says complete the game without the hat. It's hard to do that because Indy always spawns the hat again on the start of every level. But thankfully, at least it's not like Super Mario 64 where Mario takes double damage if he doesn't have his hat.
Okay, let's try not to die this time.
Yeah, prepare the canteen and do a lot of rolling. That's the secret, basically.
They say me rolling, and you can put in the rest of the joke.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
It almost looked like there was one spiky bar.
Okay. Fair enough.
One
Oh
more.
my god.
Like this, I realize I should have kept that teaching job.
No, Chris, the stuff of games. You, at first, the game was going to come out in 2007, but then when 2007 came and went, everybody thought, "Oh, that game is cancelled." And then in 2009, suddenly trailers of the stuff of Kings popped up. So I think they scrapped the whole game and started working on a new one, and then rushed it out of the door.
Fill it up. Fill all of it.
Okay.
How did Indy get a lick of damage there?
Fall damage.
For real?
Yeah, it's easy to get fall damage in this game. Really easy.
How did this guy got here?
He's like, I'll climb down the ladder, I'm just gonna point my gun at you.
Let's go here, guys. Okay. So I cannot do damage when he's climbing.
You can. Just, I think you missed him.
You can miss him? I mean, it's auto target on Xbox.
Yeah, it's auto aim, but still the bullets can be dodged if the enemies move around too much. It's not really hit scan.
Thankfully. Imagine Infernal Machine being hit scanned.
Okay, Chris, I can vouch there are no saw blades in the real castle.
Or maybe Kovic is trying to hide something.
It's actually all propaganda. Of course there are saw blades.
They are at the entrance just to check if you're not too tall.
I guess I need to jump here.
Yeah,
Possibly.
Okay.
That's not gonna work.
Okay, remember the mechanic where you can walk along a wall?
Yeah, the city mechanic where I complained about.
Hug a wall.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh. Bye
I
bye.
was just about to say, imagine missing the chain. And I didn't fix it, so I shut up.
It's a tight jump.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I hate this.
Insert reference rant about not having quick saves here.
Not too much more of this.
It's gonna happen with a lot of jumps, I think,
Keep your eyes open.
because you get awful velocity from a jump.
When I'm done here, Herr Göring will give me that riding.
Ah! You didn't let me use the chair on you. Shame on you.
Kovic, I think the thing about N64 Infernal Machine in Child of Chris is something for you.
I don't know where you got the information that the PAL ROM has bug fixes, because as far as we know, it's the complete same game as the NTSC copy. It just runs at 25 FPS, which thankfully doesn't mean it runs slower, too slower, like Mario Kart, but it does run a little bit slower. It's like 1% slower, which over the course of an hour-and-a-half speedrun adds up to a minute, roughly. A minute of time loss.
Is the PAL ROM actually available online?
Yeah, so it never got released officially, but the ROM leaked somehow, so it's available online as a quote-unquote prototype. The game is fully functional, but I'm not aware of any extra fixes. It's the exact same thing as NTSC copy. I did some speedruns on the PAL version when I only had PAL N64.
Blue screen, don't go trolling about lower frame rate for the PAL TVs. To be saying if one fix.
I did like the PAL visuals because you get extra resolution, and there's also some sort of more blurring on the PAL version, which on a TV made it look actually really good.
Oh. So, Chris, would you be so kind to link that podcast if you find it? It would be kind of strange that the European version would be more stable than, or have more bugs fixed than an American version.
I mean, it's not out of the question because the PAL release was supposed to happen later, so they had more time to develop it. It just got shelved by the publisher. I think they couldn't find a publisher, and then it was too late in the N64 cycle for them to care anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's definitely no bug fixes for the speedrun. Maybe there's fewer crashes on the PAL release. That's actually possible.
What Blue is saying at the moment in chat.
And you crouch and hold R and grab a box. I don't even know you could grab boxes when you're crawling. It's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, you can't even do that on PC, as far as I'm aware.
Missing facial animation. Okay, hold on. I'm pretty sure the PAL version still doesn't have those. I'm gonna boot it up in an emulator.
Maybe on PAL version I can finish the game. I mean, I will not have that problem on the Peru level at the end of the level.
True.
I mean, here's the thing. So your source is a developer podcast. It is possible that they did fix it at some point, and the PAL version that we have that is leaked is some earlier one before the fixes and just with the PAL conversion.
Yeah, that can be. Like, it says it's a prototype after all, so it can be a beta version or something.
Yeah, I mean, every version of PAL that you're gonna find is technically a prototype because it was never released in actual markets.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, probably it is possible that they got further
Look at this. Look.
in the development.
I did it. I mean, he shot me exactly when I was trying to jump using the whip.
Amazing.
Strange glitches 101.
Okay.
I still remember, was it in Shambhala where we had like the lady go whole green?
Yeah, alien.
Yeah.
I should try using more the guns.
If I remember correctly, the shotgun in Salem was quite a lot more powerful than the usual revolvers.
I have a shotgun, I don't have it yet.
No, I think your...
Oh, there's actually no shotgun in this chapter at all.
Yeah, and your guns reset per chapter. And I found it interesting how in this game the revolver has like limited ammo compared to the Infernal Machine, but it's most likely because the whole thing that NekoJonez was saying earlier about the combat system being on a different focus in this game.
Oh, I want to save, a quick save. Okay. We go back, I guess. Or up.
Preferably not down. I find it funny how Indy's shadow is shown without the chain shadow.
I'm not sure I'm able to do this jump. Kovic, it's okay to try the jump here? I don't want to lose again all the progress.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Okay.
Butts for being clenched.
Wir können hier Hilfe gebrauchen.
Yeah, Chris, I also wonder when we are gonna hear about the... Was it Bethesda who was... Oh dear, it's Bethesda that's making the new indie game. It's gonna be so buggy.
I wonder when they will do it, because they have so many games they are working on.
It's machine games.
Wir können hier Hilfe gebrauchen.
So, Machine Games is a European company from Sweden.
They did the Wolfenstein?
Yeah, they are the folks behind Wolfenstein. And they are currently working on a new Indiana Jones game and a third Wolfenstein.
Then we should have some hopes.
And they also made 2 Quake games.
Quake 4?
No, I think they are mostly ports. Yeah, I think they are mostly ports.
Did they do Quake Champions?
No, according to the wiki page, they made Dimensions of the Past and Dimensions of the Machine.
Oh right, yeah, they did the new episodes for Quake 1 in the remaster. Oh yeah, by the way, how are the chains in here? Okay, do you want to do the speedrun strat or the normal strat?
Yeah, let's try the speedrun because we didn't do
Okay, so
anything
press
until
the
now.
lever again so that the chains are in their original position. Probably the other lever then. Yeah, and now jump across those chains to your left. Above the water, yeah. So that you reach the gate, which is currently closed. And now it is possible to jump into the gate on its left side and grab it. Indy will grab it as a ledge. Yeah, and now the strat is that you push backwards so that Indy lets go of the ledge, and then quickly you roll into the corner of the gate to your left, so that you roll between the wall and the gate. And basically the glitch abuses, or the skip abuses, the fact that Indy's hitbox gets smaller while he's rolling, and also after he lets go of the ledge. And so he will momentarily become so small that he can pass through the little gap.
But you're sure this works on Xbox?
No, we'll find out, but also you need to roll immediately, basically.
Yeah, but it doesn't roll immediately. I mean, oh, whoa.
You got it.
Whoa. Wow. Nice. Nice one.
The cowardly American is hiding around here somewhere.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I wanted to tell you to try more speedrun strategies. Because we didn't do anything on the first run.
We can try some out of bounds in a later level, which might actually be easier to perform than the normal way. Anyway, this level is funny. So
and it's long.
No, this one is really short. So this square with the statue, I think it's clearly inspired by the Wenceslas Square in Prague with the statue of Saint Wenceslas. But the thing is, the square is not on the castle. It's on the other side of Prague almost.
Oh my! So they
just took the statue and put it here for shits and giggles.
I don't know how it is in Prague, but at least in Bucharest, there are a lot of cases when they are moving around the statues. So you never know.
Okay, that's not happening here. At least I don't know about any.
I mean, I know
like that.
we have a statue that I in my lifetime was in 3 places. Completely different. 3
in
square.
terms of statues, in Belgium we only have one famous statue, and it fucking pisses. And I really find it strange how when people visit Brussels, they always want to take pictures with the Manneke the pissing statue. But I'm always a bit jealous to see, yeah, places being recreated for an adventure game. Like, I have often seen Czechia or Romania. Belgium is quite rare. Back to the rock. Hello. I got another visitor. So.
Hello, back to the rock. Welcome. Whoa. That was a nice jump.
You know, I think I mentioned it in an earlier stream as well, but German and Dutch, some words and phrases sound very similar. And like when the Germans are saying, we can need some help here. Wir können hier helfen gebrauchen. In Dutch, it's actually, we kunnen hier hulp gebruiken. And if you don't know another languages, you would mistake Dutch for German sometimes. And vice versa. Like, the actual subtitling, I need backup, isn't entirely correct. When you translate it literally, actually. It still conveys the correct message, but...
Wow. I made the combo that Kovic said.
Nice.
And to go my things about differences between German and Dutch, like Choderbean or kill him, it's totally different than Dutch. Totally different. You know what would also be a fun feature of this game? If you lose your head and you are able to knock out the head of one of the enemies, you put on the head of the enemy. Just for shit and giggles.
First, I was thinking that you said if you lose your head.
Yeah, it is suddenly a morphing dude's like, I'm gonna put on another head.
Okay, we are done.
I know for a fact, Chris, there is no dubbed version of Indiana Jones games in Dutch, and believe you me, I have played games dubbed in Dutch. Give me the English version, please.
I'm not aware of a Czech version for this game, not even a retail one. And it used to be quite normal for there to be dubbed versions of games in Czech in the let's say early 2000s, but I don't think this was mainstream enough. For example, the Czech version of Warcraft 3 is legendary in my opinion. Really good translation and really good voice acting for that one.
In Romania, I know about only one game that was officially dubbed in Romania, if you can believe something like that. And it's a PlayStation 4 game, a really bad one.
Right.
That's
No.
pretty recent, actually.
No, two games, two PlayStation 4 games. If you remember, or PlayStation 3. Which one was the one with the gimmick? You had a book and you had to use the camera to play the games. I mean, the game came with a big book and you did some augmentation stuff on it. And it's dubbed in Romanian, that one.
It's only on PlayStation 3, I think.
PlayStation 3, yeah? It's Book of Spells, I guess.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, it's a strange one. And it's really strange that when I put it on my PlayStation 3, I had a surprise to see that it's in Romanian, and I put it for a child to try it, and it was fun. But other than that, I don't know about any... it wasn't a thing in Romania. Not even with the movies. I mean, in Romania, we are used with subtitles from even from the communist era.
Now, anyways, I'm looking around about dubbed versions of this game, and I actually can't find even a German version of this game, a German dubbed version. From what I only can read, this game was only released in English. Or I might be putting in my search query wrong, but...
I'll try what PC Gaming Wiki says. That usually has good information. Although maybe not about languages, to be fair. There's a lot of games with missing information about retail translations into Czech, for example. Let's see, they say... Okay, PC Gaming Wiki says that there is German, French, Italian, and Spanish versions of this game.
Interesting. And also Brazil,
At least on PC.
Brazilian Portuguese.
No idea about console releases.
I wonder why those goons were so interested in this well.
Yeah.
Oh, look, the puzzle.
I'll try not to blow myself up.
Please don't, because I killed a lot of guys already.
Die Legende der Kaisergruft. Why do they always have different names? Oh, did you pick up the MP40?
No, where?
It's where the bomb was. On the truck.
Ah,
I have never seen any different language version of this game in the wild, actually.
This is the heavy weapon for this chapter.
let me consult the Googles, the eBays.
Neko, I don't know if you kept our tradition with the speedrunning records.
I did.
Yeah, okay, I missed it then.
I introduced it with. It's surprisingly not held by the Kovic, but by the
Yeah,
Impossible
okay.
in 13 minutes and 47 seconds.
30 minutes for this chapter is really impressive.
Yeah, especially for the clock puzzles stuff and shit.
The clock puzzles are not that bad. You just have to memorize the solutions. When I speedrun this game, I have live split the timer on with the splits, and so I have the solution as the text of the split.
Well, now that I'm looking at it, Chris, on eBay, I see various copies of the game with the German cover art.
Yeah, I mentioned an out-of-bounds trick. It's in this level. Now, I'm not sure if it will work on this version because it runs at 60 FPS and not 30. But I guess we test.
Okay, you let me know when.
I remember I was
I
fooling
do
around.
think it's going to be easier than doing it the normal route because there's a really tricky jump in this level that I see a lot of people struggle with, including myself.
So what I was going to say, I was fooling around in some of these rooms, and I saw some enlargement glitches of things when I broke certain tables and such. It was pretty funny to see on PC. You know, we were talking about translations of games. I wonder, Blue, how much games are translated in Icelandic?
Before Blue Screen has the chance to answer, I'm going to say that I imagine barely anything because there's
Yes.
so little Icelandic speakers in the first place. I think there's not even 1 million of native Icelandic speakers.
By the
Maybe
way, hi,
they don't
Christian.
have even covers in Icelandic. Maybe.
They're a really tiny nation, so it would be a lot of investment to
Yeah, Blue
translate
says
things.
none.
I think
Blue
down the
says
stairs there
none.
should be a water fountain, a health fountain.
Okay.
So one of the mods is in the chat, Christian.
Hello, Christian. Welcome.
Hello.
I'm also thinking now in terms of games dubbed in Dutch, and they have been decreasing lately. I do have in my PC collection, I have some Dutch games, but they are mostly based on Dutch TV shows and such. But,
Yeah, like I said. Sorry, go on.
Dubbing of games is getting increasingly rare.
It's the same here. I said that most dubbed games were in like the early to late 2000s. I think the last game, mainstream game to receive a Czech voice acting was Witcher 1 RPG. And since then, it's only text translations, if at all. It's gotten a little bit better lately, actually, ever since Sony opened a PlayStation Czech subsidiary. So a lot of the PlayStation exclusives have been getting really good translations. So like Spider-Man, Horizon Dawn, I think Ghost of Tsushima as well. These sort of games get Czech versions in text at least, but not voice acting because that just gets too expensive.
That's interesting. In Romania, we don't have even subtitles. The only PlayStation 5 game is the new Rift Apart. It's the name. With Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, I mean, even games, big name games, developed in Dutch-speaking country in the Netherlands actually is the Horizon Zero Dawn games, and they aren't even dubbed.
And then you have Poland, which has 4 times the population that Czechia has, and they get dubs as well as texts.
Yeah, but well, let's not mention games like FIFA or something where you have the commentary localized, but
Yeah, Chris, it's not just about whether the country enjoys dubbing, it's also about whether it's worth it financially. If you have 80 million Germans and then like 10 million Austrians and some other people around the world speaking German, it's going to be more worth it to make a translation for everything. Here we get movies. All movies get dubbed, but games are not worth it that much.
from Googling a bit, and now I remember, the Uncharted series was dubbed in Dutch. Spyro Remastered was one of the latest dubbed in Dutch. Which makes kind of sense since young children don't know a lot of English, but still, I grew up on Pokemon Blue in English.
Yeah, I remember Worms 3D, the first 3D Worms game, was dubbed in Czech. It was amazing. I loved playing that as a kid. So if you want to try the out of bounds strat, then don't jump onto the chain, but go down the ladder, and there's going to be a locked door to your right. Okay, Indy's right, so other way. Sorry.
Here?
Yeah. And so now if you see the corner to your left, sort of behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now out of bounds in this game works that you're going to be jumping into that corner repeatedly, and eventually Indy will sort of go halfway inside the wall and then jump out of bounds. And that way you can go, you can open the locked door from the other side and finish the level. Yeah, so jump into the corner, sort of diagonally, like that, yeah. And if you keep repeating this...
Yeah?
Yeah, you see it. But make sure it's on the right side of the corner. And also, once you're through, don't go too far because you can fall down into nothing.
Okay, so I see that it's entered, but I should keep on jumping after it's in the wall?
Yeah,
okay.
keep jumping until you're all the way through. Now, yes, stop.
Okay.
Yes, perfect. This was amazing. And now if you open the door, you will finish the level.
Okay, if you want to see all the level, I have another playthrough.
No, so you see, the thing is with this level, so the way you're supposed to do it legit is that you go onto the chain there, and from that chain you jump onto the balcony that you can see from here, and that's a really tricky jump. And there you kill 3 or 4 enemies, and you pick up a key, and then you unlock this door. What happened? Did you break it by pausing the game? Maybe. Okay, now you in the next level. Saved.
Oh, okay.
That
was strange.
The only thing I'm going to say, we are currently in artifact territory. As in, this level contains an artifact.
a secret.
Yes.
Diablo 1 on PlayStation 1 has a Swedish dub.
There's a Czech dub of Diablo 2, but I think that one's not official. I think that was fan-made.
Hello, Enderrock.
Der Amerikaner, tötet ihn!
Welcome, Ender. Whoa.
I love the combat system in this game.
What's happened with Neko?
I'm dying. Nah. I told this story pre-stream, but my sinuses are pretty jank and they are 1 or 2 millimeters too thin. So in cold weather, stuff doesn't get through my nose, but all the slime
Wir können ihn
descends to my lungs or my stomach, and the coughing sound is the continuation of that. It's my body saying "fuck you" to the slimes and needs to get out, and I will spare all the details stuff.
That's not gonna work.
But let me just say, heavy coughing fits aren't fun. Especially when you have it at least twice a day.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. Hope you're getting better.
Yeah, it's just waiting until the weather gets a bit more warm.
Der Amerikaner, tötet ihn!
I never managed to do the stealth kill. Don't remember. I need to check the manual again.
As far as I know, the only stealthy kills in this game are with firearms, actually. If you headshot an enemy who doesn't have aggro on you, then you can kill them with 1 shot rather than 2 or 3. And that's actually used in the speedrun in 1 level, where we are low on ammo.
I remember that you can backstab them. I've seen on the manual. I'm checking it now.
Okay, melee backstabs or melee stealth kills, I've never seen that. I don't know about that feature.
Combat moves. Let's see.
Imagine the manual is lying.
I'm taking the manual as well. I'm the cross-reference checker.
But it's pretty cool how it is explained with drawings and stuff on the manual.
Yeah, you know what's also fun? There is actually a whole reference to Temple of Doom in the PC manual. Too bad it's so exposed on our end because HDR, but
Yeah, even with the HDR it's something strange. I've seen that the Xbox dropped the HDR at one moment. So I'm not sure how it looks now. Oh, I don't find it now. Sorry. Maybe I was mistaken. I don't know why I think in the beginning of on the first level, at one moment you have a pop-up and says that you can do a stealth kill from behind if you press both attack buttons or something like that. I don't know why I remember this. I hope I didn't imagine it.
As sometimes things in the manual just to fill space, and you have things like grenades will explode after several seconds after you press the left mouse button. Do make sure you're out of range of the explosion. I mean, no shit, right?
That's not gonna work.
Wir können hier Hilfe gebrauchen.
Also, fun fact, something I should wanted to say previous stream, but totally forgot. Due to this game, I lost a mouse.
What? What did you lost?
A mouse, a computer mouse.
Ah,
I
okay.
combated too hard and accidentally spun the mouse off the desk, and it landed to a wall and it chipped pretty badly.
I hope this will not happen to me because I just got this Elite controller and it's not cheap.
You know what I totally forgot now? I'm flicking through the manual. You actually have two buttons to peek left and right while wall hugging. Tell me one occasion where this mechanic is actually useful. Apart from immersion.
You can also move to first-person view.
Yeah, that can be useful to survey the room and such, but peeking left and right while wall shimmying? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that existed. The first-person view is very useful, actually, because if you're holding a weapon, you can do manual aiming.
Yeah, but if you have auto-aiming only for stealth kills, maybe.
Yeah, for headshots, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris is mentioning it's nice that this game has a full score, which is always playing in the background. I agree about the ambient music. I'm not a fan of the combat music, and that's unfortunate for the speedrun, because so many times you just run past all the enemies, you ignore them, and you go on, but because they are still around, the game plays the combat music over and over and over and over again, and it never stops.
Ah! Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And the options menu doesn't have a slider saving the combat music. It's the general volume slider, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I'm also keeping an eye that we're good friends doesn't miss the pressure in this level.
I dropped a whole box of Luger ammo.
Jackpot.
How's your health, by the way?
I think middle.
Okay, full canteen, no?
Mhm.
And fill up
Oh, Blue, thank you for
downstairs.
correcting me.
Where is the fountain? I can
Yeah,
access it.
downstairs in it's like a wine cellar or something.
Yeah. You know, every Indiana Jones game is gonna get some reference or homage to John Williams.
Through the door. Now
This
to
door?
yeah, down to your left. There's a door. Okay, here's a question, mildly related. What is your favorite John Williams score?
That's a tricky one. He did a few amazing ones. I enjoyed the Harry Potter score as well. But I do have the score of the original trilogy. Well, some parts of the original score as a CD in my living room. And I prefer the Indiana Jones scores, personally. And mostly because of nostalgic reasons, and I'm that kind of a weird guy. I haven't seen any Star Wars movie.
I've given it a good listen recently, and I think my favorite John Williams score now is the Harry Potter score from the third film, Prisoner of Azkaban. That one in particular.
A fake bookshelf. This
Yeah.
place is full of surprises.
Yeah,
Looks
I
like
can
there's
see that.
something missing.
That's also a good score. I mean, it has been years since I
Come in handy.
heard that score, but I still remember things. Oh, hold on for a second.
I missed the treasure?
No, it's pretty close to here.
Okay.
Pick up the map while you're there.
How can I access it? I can look at the map?
Yeah, it should be in the inventory.
You know what I always found funny? Look at Indy's hand before and right after pausing.
Chris chooses episode 1.
Sometimes the hat disappears, actually.
Yeah? I didn't...
Yeah. I've seen that in some frames of animation that the hat...
Star Wars prequels is a good choice, but I think I prefer episode 2.
The hat actually disappears.
Episode 1 has Duel of the Fates. Episode 2 has Across the Stars. That's a track I enjoy a lot. Regarding the hat, by the way, on the PC version, if you pause the game, the hat disappears every time.
Yeah, and...
Well... I see that it doesn't happen here.
Clement, it's not in this room.
That's not gonna work.
The artifact isn't in this room.
Yeah, okay. I will go back then, no? Or what? I just got here.
Yeah, the only thing you need to pick up here is the treasure.
okay.
Is the puzzle map. But now you need to do something before you go through that bookcase. Otherwise, you will miss the artifact.
I have no idea where the treasure is.
I do.
Yeah, you have the guide.
Yeah, but I found it on a casual playthrough as well.
Der Amerikaner, tötet ihn!
Ah. Okay.
So can you go back to that secret bookcase?
Back?
Yeah.
Up there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But you said that is not there.
No, it's not in the room behind the secret bookcase.
Okay.
And you go out of fight stance. And it has to do with one of the mechanics I love to complain about.
Okay, here?
No. That's not the. Was that the wall with the secret bookcase behind it? The secret room behind it? No.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh yeah. Now go back out. And now you need to do something in this area. I complained previous stream about it, and this stream, what a useless addition of a mechanic it is.
Okay, here?
Indiana Jones, world famous archaeologist. Got a nice ring to it.
Nice. This was closed before. This
Yeah.
opens only after you open the secret
I'm gonna be a rich man.
Indeed.
Never get out of this alive.
Good.
It's funny how the curtains are 2D. Oh, I can be trolling Blue, but I'm not. I would have too many coughing fits holding my laughter. This room. You will get well acquainted with this room.
Gas.
Ah, too late.
I have to get out of here. Now.
Did the Germans already manage to install the gas?
Want to make the joke, but
Okay, so we have the first big puzzle.
yeah, you could say that.
Looks like it's waiting for something. I wonder if I have what it's looking for.
The answer is yes. It's your submachine gun.
Yeah. The crown or...
This is a sort of a hub location. I sort of wonder if one managed to clip through one of the doors here, whether you could skip the entire chapter and go straight to the boss fight.
You know, I always thought that
I think I can
you
use it
could
to
just
set
enter the final thing. the final level solution and skip it all the way.
Okay.
The thing is, it's not a real hub. You're not returning to the same location. They're obviously faking it with 4 different maps for 4 stages of the puzzle. So I'm not sure if the level transitions are actually present in earlier versions of this map.
Oh, fair enough.
And plus, I've never managed to get through the door in the first place, and I don't have some cheats or anything to try otherwise.
Yeah, cheats for this game, I think they exist, but yeah, I don't know if they work. Now, the first few puzzles are pretty easy and don't require us to give Clement too many hints. But some doors are devious, in my opinion.
No. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah,
Some kind of creepy riddle.
you're pretty
Whoever did
close,
this
Clement.
must have been off his rocker.
There is
Uh.
one thing you did wrong.
The symbol I have.
You know, I feel like that this game, if you have this game and the Infernal Machine does something similar to how the Oracle games in the Legend of Zelda series on Game Boy Color
It's
split
the
the
other
Indy
animal,
formula in the
and
middle.
it's the number
Oh.
is 4, not 6. It's IV, not VI.
So this
I
one is
was
more.
reading it the other way. Sorry. Okay.
This game is more combat focused and puzzle focused, while in the Infernal Machine, the other way around. It's more puzzle focused and combat focused.
The patching puzzle. Similar to this one, to be honest. You're also in a rotating, spinning thingy, and you have to follow a clue on the wall. Neither of them are very complex, I think.
Yeah,
I personally don't mind it, to be honest.
the most complex puzzle and the most bullshit puzzle I have ever played in the Indiana Jones game is, and the Kovic is directly gonna know, and Clement also, about the puzzle I'm gonna talk about and gonna hate it with a passion.
Can I just interrupt you, Clement? I would advise you to look into the boxes. Something dropped out of it. I know it's hard to see through the debris, but there's an item.
Okay. Thank you.
The puzzle I wanted to mention is of the Game Boy Color, and it's in Dubstone. The
Okay.
music puzzle.
Oh my god.
I think of it, you, when you did the Taz of the Game Boy Color version, you must have hated the music one as well.
Yes, with a TAS, I know, or rather, I can brute force the solution and then execute it on the first try, and I don't have to try again and again until I'm lucky.
Well, Chris, I said in the previous stream is the only thing I couldn't get past in my childhood in this game was a certain hungry crocodile, and I downloaded the full save file of this game and then played through it like normally. And I finished the game as well on hard difficulty one time. But oh dear God, hard difficulty.
To be honest, I completely understand that this game is very linear. There's like a handful of exceptions where the levels are less linear, and in my opinion, the game gets worse
Oh,
later.
this sucks.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah, you need to jump really fast, otherwise you have no chance. It interrupts you.
Well, Infernal Machine was a big success. Was a success, sort of, on PC. It was a disaster on Game Boy Color and N64 in sales.
Do you have the numbers?
Well, not exactly, but I'm just speaking from gut feeling from what I heard about the game.
It's hard to say how successful the game was on N64 because it wasn't retailed. It was rented.
That's why it's so expensive to
Yeah,
buy.
very little copies.
Yeah, I don't see many sales figures of the Infernal Machine or the Emperor's Tomb.
What?
Whoa.
He
That
shot
was
me in the air.
literally saying denied.
Anyway, the way he reacts when it's shot, it's I'd never seen something like that in any game. I mean, it reacts like you get a punch, not a bullet.
The annoying thing is I'm literally Googling like Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine sales figures. And you know what I get? Pricing charts.
I guess it's correct for the N64. Only on eBay was you could buy it.
Yes, Chris is correct. You could also buy the game, but you had to order it from LucasArts directly. So hard to say how many copies they sold that way.
That's why that's why Square Enix is selling Final Fantasy Collection now only on the for the Switch, only on the website for a lot of money, and it's already sold out. Oh my god.
That was on you, Clement.
Yeah. I was too scared that he will shot me again. And I made the jump too early.
So I wonder what's actually the shortest chapter in this game.
Yeah, only long ones come to mind. Whoa. Can I go back up?
Well, yeah, I think so. If I look at the speedruns, the shortest chapter should be the Black Dragon Fortress. in 4 minutes and 27 seconds. A whole chapter. Let me guess, that's a map or two.
Okay. How do I get up there?
Isn't there a skip here? Yes, there's a small one. There's also a technically larger one, but it takes so long to execute, it's actually slower than just playing the level normally. By the way, have you noticed that we're back in the 3rd level now? It's the same square.
That's
Yeah.
not gonna work.
Oh, I found something.
More ammo. I think there was a way to climb back up there. Via boxes or something, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't have any boxes.
Since I don't
There's a
know-
door here.
Ah, yeah, and I'm back here.
Yeah. It's another level I was thinking about with boxes. And blue, is it an infernal machine gun?
Well, technically, it's a submachine gun. Because it shoots pistol cartridges.
Insert Staff of Kings joke here to complete the circle. Also, Enderrock, welcome to the stream with delay. I think your daughter was chatting a bit too loud, Clement.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because Blue picked it up in chat. I wonder, couldn't you, while you swing the first time, swing in and jump and hit the guy?
Okay.
You should jump immediately after you break the glass.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay. Motherfucker.
Will we do Staff of Kings? I'm looking at Clement. Will we do Staff of Kings?
Yeah, I just got the Wii version. Actually, I put a picture on Discord.
I don't know anything about Staff of Kings, but I'm really serious. In the previous stream, I said as a joke, I am going to do the first speedrun of the DS version. And I am actually starting to prep.
Wow.
It's horrendous. But I gave my words, and I'm gonna do it as a joke.
Okay, then anyway, for Staff of Kings, we discussed last time we have 4 versions, or three different
You have
versions.
4 platforms, but 2 are the same.
Yeah.
Well, some.
Or we could play Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis on the Wii. Because that was the main reason I got the Staff of Kings.
That's also the only reason you get. You get Fate of Atlantis on Wii, not Staff of Kings. Staff of Kings is a side demo
Yeah,
beta thing.
I'm
correctly.
mostly directly over
The
the arm.
bonus.
have a feeling there's a connection.
And now Indy breaks glass with his bare
Können
arms.
hier Hilfe gebrauchen.
This belongs in a museum.
Yeah. This belongs in the museum. He said it from the movies.
Say the line, Bart.
I've seen that meme so many times that I actually forgot the actual line that the Barden says.
Same.
Die Amerikaner, tötet ihn!
Now even the Germans have a submachine gun.
Yeah.
It's good that I've kept the ammo for these guys because I remember they are pretty tough.
I actually looked it up, Kovic, and I didn't do it. That's the actual line. That Bart says after, say the line, Bart. To be honest, it's so underwhelming when you know the line.
A zip line. That could come in handy if I need to make a quick getaway.
Not now?
Indy is out of breath climbing down the ladder.
He's constantly out of breath. He spends half the game breathing down into your ears.
Indiana Jones and the out of breath simulator.
Don't give them ideas.
Oh, next game is gonna be published by Bethesda. Be sure there's gonna be DLC and shit like that.
Indiana Jones and the ICU. Intensive care unit.
And wanna know a scary thing? I read on the wiki of machine games that it's possibly gonna be a movie game, a movie tie-in game.
A movie tie-in for the Dial of Destiny?
Yes,
Huh.
imagine those games.
It does. I mean, the film supposedly is gonna have young Indiana Jones, so I mean, there's some potential there to have that part extended into a game or something.
Yeah.
And to not be out of breath.
Da-da-da-da-da. Now, the young Indiana Jones, and I've shown that during the Infernal Machine stream, there are a lot of young Indiana Jones movies. It was like a TV show back in the day, from what I read.
Maybe it's not a tie-in game to a movie, but it's a tie-in movie to a game.
Imagine that.
Like the Super Mario movie.
Yeah.
I want to
Gonna
watch
re-
that.
Yeah, me too.
Same here. Me and my godchild actually are going together. If only I took my cat and let it turn to the mic, and then we have a whole. And we have Clement's daughter, Kovic's dog, and my
I have also the cat. Is with me here. But
You know what? You know
it's
what?
silent. The new one, the new Super Mario movie looks cool. I like it. I like the trailers.
Yeah, the new one looks like they actually put some effort in. Doesn't look like an unfinished porn or something.
And maybe you'll get Odyssey 2 also, the game.
Speaking about stuff.
Maybe we'll get Super Mario 65.
No, 63 first. You need to know what happens between Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario Bros. 64. You have a lot of missing games. So, for those who haven't seen my cat on stream, this is Troy.
What happened to Luigi? Luigi was cut from the game because memory
No.
costs too much money.
He's real. He's real. Something I wanted also to say, apparently Indiana Jones is also going to continue as a Disney Plus series.
Really?
Yeah, I've read articles. And I'm a bit afraid of that news.
Have something on you?
That's not gonna work.
For the love of God, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny already has a Disney Plus page.
That's not gonna work.
So, for the people who want to read or know more about what I'm talking about, I just posted the link in chat.
It's pretty confusing, this castle. You don't know if you were here or not before.
Disney Plus is crazy. I think they're gonna just win the streaming market by default eventually, because it's so crazy cost effective. It's cheaper than Netflix, and you have so much content.
Yeah, I think Netflix is gonna die one of these days.
I was just talking with my wife that we should drop Netflix because we are using it. I don't know. We see one movie at 2 months.
I
Yeah.
currently don't have a Netflix. I think I'm gonna get it again for a few months in February.
I'm currently
And then I'm gonna
watching
drop
an
it again.
amazing series on Netflix, but
And it's too expensive compared to the other services. I mean, HBO
Yeah.
is it's 3 times or 4 times because I have the big. I mean, if you want to have 4K on Netflix, you pay more, which I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand because on other services you don't have this kind of differences.
you actually know that there is a physical version of Netflix on the Wii you can
Yeah,
buy.
I know about it. I just seen you.
What? I've done Netflix on PlayStation because it was comfy, but
Yeah,
Wii is so old.
but it doesn't work, of course, anymore.
Ah, okay, that makes sense then. Because imagine you're watching some new Netflix show on Wii and you hook it up to a CRT through Composite or something.
Yeah.
It will look so retro suddenly.
Yeah. I mean, you could look, for example, at the Star Trek first series, which are 4x3. You hook your Wii and you have them on Netflix. Okay, I'm kinda lost.
He's being a sleepy boy.
I was here, but didn't do anything.
That's not gonna work.
I think this is where the level exit is.
Yeah. I was about to say.
Okay, then I
Or
must.
level entrance. Probably both in this level.
Okay, here.
If you go this way, you get the jumping puzzle, which you did already. You probably backtracked through some shortcut or something.
Now,
It's probably the other door, I think.
how is this level called actually?
The observatory, I believe. You
Oh.
want to get to the bridge. That's where you can progress from.
Yeah, but
Speaking about
it was
speaking about
closed.
the observatory, it has an artifact. And it has an artifact at the start of the level.
Yeah,
Oh,
see?
here.
Yeah.
This is
Before
what
you
I've
go
missed.
there, Clement,
Yeah?
you
Okay,
are
Neko has
about...
an artifact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Can you catch it from Belgium to Romania? Like...
I don't know. Depends how you send it.
No. It's at the start of the level. So...
I guess around here.
At the start of the level, go out of the door, follow the wall to your left.
Where is the start of the level?
Good question. That's a medkit.
Okay. I don't think I need to go there.
From where did we enter this level? I think we were there a bit earlier.
Okay, we started around here. Somewhere. No?
I think so.
That's not gonna work.
Hold on, let me read the...
Maybe if you do a backtracking from the observatory to... Oh, no. I think it's this way.
This is from the jumping puzzle.
Yeah, but
That's the chain.
he said at the beginning of the level, so we need to go back, I guess, no?
It literally says at the start of the level, go out the door and follow the wall to your left. You immediately come to a small ledge that runs across the building. Climb up and walk along it.
Okay.
It should, as you turn the corner, you will see a doorway
That's not gonna work.
to a nearby tower. Yes, guys, I am reading the chat as well. He can kill himself to get back to the start, but
Okay. It's a good idea, actually. But we'll need to fight all these guys again.
Nah, and don't do that. You can find it like this.
chat delay, so lovely.
I literally don't remember where is the start.
Here.
Here.
Here?
Yeah. Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not gonna work.
So you said go left after
Yeah.
and
You-
here it is, I guess.
Yeah.
I think you need to do the hug the wall move.
No, it says in the guide you shouldn't. But
You shouldn't, but you could.
yeah, and now you should jump across, I think.
Yeah, I think I see it. If you...
Oh god.
Oh, the Z fighting down there. No. What are you even doing?
I'm afraid that if I,
This ledge is narrow. I think the ledge
this
in
one.
here, you could probably yeah, stop hugging the wall and do a nasty jump from here.
Wow.
Unless you're meant to go some other way, but
It's pretty strange. I don't think it's possible to do it from here, but I will try it.
Get a running start from the edge perpendicular to the doorway and jump over.
okay, so they want you to run along the wall and then do a quick flick
Around
to the right. I don't know if that's a good idea. What I would do is
from
I
this
would
maybe.
line
From
it
this
up.
one.
I would line it up in first person, and then I would look 180 degrees the other way around, and then I would jump with S, or like backwards. Because the camera in this game is really silly. If it's inside the wall, it likes to bump really abruptly. So I don't know.
You mean like that?
Yeah, jump backwards. That's what I would do. I mean, it's easier on PC because I can just press S and go perfectly straight. Gonna be a bit harder with a stick, but I think this is the best.
Oh.
You definitely missed it, man.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
I
turn
see.
the heating up here a bit because it's getting pretty cold out here.
I think we'll do it.
Yeah, but it will.
Okay. So like this. What? It's much harder because of the way the stick moves when you press backwards on the stick. I mean, much harder than on PC, I guess.
Imagine the new game being a remaster of the three Indiana Jones 3D games.
But in the guide says that I need to jump from the other from here or something. No?
As you turn the corner, you will see a
Okay.
doorway to a nearby tower. Get a running start from the edge perpendicular.
Okay.
Jackpot.
Jackpot. And now I will die. I guess. No. Good.
Oh man. The scene of the after Clement shot all those bullets, the scene of the first Mask movie near the end, where Jim Carrey drinks that apple juice or whatever, that orange juice, after he was shot, and it spits out all of the bullet holes.
Now we have to not die in the rest of the level.
Yeah, but now I know how to jump there. But let's hope we will not need to do this again.
So probably for your own peace of mind, we will not do the speedrun strat in this level. Even though it's a funny one. I like it.
If it's dangerous, maybe it's not a good idea.
Yeah, probably not.
Watch your step. This castle is
It involves rolling from large heights.
Wir können die Hilfe gebrauchen.
Ah!
He stole your gun.
Yeah.
Rip your ammo.
And now you should be able to take those Germans. And I'm not talking about the body parts.
That's not gonna work.
Well, I look too silly with this shirt and the hat.
Okay, let's continue here now.
This looks important.
Really.
Oh, blew my camera. There's some weird stuff too with dimensions.
down the door.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Hmm?
It's the constellation of Orion.
That's a feature?
Der Amerikaner, tötet ihn! Wir können hier Hilfe gebrauchen.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh my god. Phew. That was a close one.
Mm-hmm.
You might choose to use a medkit if your health is really low, because a medkit fills the whole HP bar.
Next time, I guess. We have a fountain in this level. We should.
Hmm?
I'm not sure.
Didn't you say that every level needs to have a fountain? I remember on the
I
crocodile level you said
yes,
this.
I did say that. I don't know if they really did put one in every level, and even if they did, I don't know where there's one in this level. I don't remember.
Let me consult almighty Google.
Definitely, there are exceptions to the fountain rule in the lagoon and mountains. Benglai, I think, is the Chinese name. Those levels, basically the levels taking place in the Nazi base. Spoilers. Those don't have fountains. I guess Nazis don't drink water.
They drink beer only.
No, that's what we do.
You also, you have the best beer, in my opinion.
Yep.
Guys in Belgium.
Yeah, I was also in Belgium, but the draft beer in Prague was the best.
Yeah, one of the things we are quite famous for in Belgium is beer.
I know, and I know that they have a lot of stores with hundreds of types of beer. It was
You
crazy.
need to tell me. One of my assignments in my school is to make sure that students don't come in drunk after their afternoon break. And remember, I work at the high school, so those kids aren't adult yet.
And how do you manage to do it?
It's a fine line to walk.
That's not
Okay.
Well, here in Belgium, we don't serve beer out of plastic bottles.
That's
Aluminum cans or glass. I actually have one of the typical Belgian beers in my fridge. We still have 5 brands of beer that are brewed still in a real monastery.
I heard in some parts of Europe you can get beer in plastic bottles.
In Romania.
I know one brand here that ships beer in a plastic bottle. It's like, I think it's a 1 liter bottle.
In Romania, you have also 2.5 liters.
Maybe 1.5. Actually, it might be 1.5. It's a pretty big bottle. I don't know, like this.
Well, here in Belgium, it's glass or soda cans.
Yeah, I mean the vast majority of beer here as well is in glass bottles or tin cans. But I know one brand of beer does a plastic bottle too. I've never tried it. It doesn't sound very appealing, to be honest.
You know what I'm talking about, Luke? If you want to troll.
Yes, blue screen. I know a guy who's got this beard. Gigantic beard.
Here. Real Belgian beer brewed in a monastery. And if you want to make the beard joke, here you go. This one is 8% for the record. Ender, from which part of the world are you again?
Huh? Which one is this?
Meanwhile, I'm gonna put this back in the fridge so it doesn't get too warm. Oh, Canadian. Yeah, Canada is one of the countries on my bucket list to go to. But yeah, most things sold in plastic bottles here in Belgium are sodas or water. Actually, here in Belgium, we are running tests for that you get money back when you recycle plastic bottles. Like when you give your glass bottles of beer back.
Der Amerikaner, tötet ihn!
Ah! This guy will shoot me when I'm on the chain, I'm sure.
I think somebody is traumatized. Yeah, Ander, I want to visit Canada. I'm a big nature guy, and from what I have seen from Canada, it has a lot of nice natural reserves.
Canada, it's also on my list. Especially because my father was there for more than half a year, back in the 80s. In Romania, we have nuclear power that was fueled by Candu. And he was into this. And he needed to go there back in the 80s.
That was a shame that that guy bounced. So I missed the name of this level since there is one level, one treasure left in.
It's Vegas Tower.
That's the one where the treasure is. Just know it's not too far from from the bell.
Okay. I was afraid that you'll say that it's not far from the beginning, and here we go again.
Oh no. As a joke, I would wait until you are at the level exit then.
Okay, thank you.
How did he survive that? Thought he went over the edge.
Maybe normal difficulty
Why do they
is
always
like
pick
in,
the hard way?
in the code, like if enemy drops, had like 5% chance of respawn next to Indy.
No, he was dropping. He didn't drop, I guess.
It's one of these artifacts we can actually see from other locations. The first sentence is, make your way through the level until you come to a tower with a fallen bell on the floor. And if that was at the beginning, I'm sorry. I'm quite sure it's not.
There is a level on Uncharted 2, I guess, at the beginning of the game. That's I always thought of this level from Indiana Jones when I'm playing that level from Uncharted. I'm not sure if it's also on Prague.
Can you look around the skybox for a bit? Yeah, more.
Look,
There's a
that's
fun
what
fact.
Kovic did.
I think it's maybe on the other side, maybe blocked by the tower. But basically, I remember that there's a funny thing with the skybox because you can see in the skybox the actual Prague castle in the scenery.
That's cool.
That's like a little troll / homage by the developers.
I don't think so.
Just out of curiosity, how far did you live from Prague, Kovic?
A good bit.
I live myself at least 45 to an hour drive from Brussels.
Neko, I guess I found the bell. Sorry to interrupt you.
Now look down from that.
I need to put it down, I guess, no?
Look. You can see a room below.
Yeah, I know. And
yeah, you were basically doing what the guys say.
I think someone just stepped on my grave. Jackpot.
And that's all for Prague.
oops. Oops.
What?
Hello. I guess it. Oh, okay.
Indiana Jones and the Hunt for Bugs.
Saved.
So The price compels you. So what I was saying is I live. Well, Belgium is small, but in our standards, I live a pretty far away from the capital. Which is always funny when you hear some people who don't know Europe say, "Oh, Brussels is a nice country with the capital, Belgium." I have heard that more than once, sadly.
It's still okay because in Romania we have the problem that Romania has the Budapest capital. And as a funny thing, I was at some concert and the guy on the stage said, "Hi, welcome Budapest," and that was the end of it for him.
Yeah.
We don't have a very good relation, let's say, with the Hungarians, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's imagine having not that good of a relation with the other part of your own country, since little geographical lesson. In Belgium, you basically have three sections. You have the Flemish-speaking part, which I'm part of. You have the French-speaking part, which is actually the whole southern part of Belgium, and then you have towards the side, as a border with Germany, you have a little bit of German speaking, and politically there is some tension between the Flemish/Dutch speaking parts against the French speaking parts because stuff. Let's not derail the whole stream about that. If you're really bored, you need to read about Belgian politics. I guarantee your insomnia will be cured.
In Romania, there were a lot of horrific things, so you must be more specific.
Did you know we have we have parliaments not only for the regions, we have parliaments also for the languages. We have like 9 parliaments. And we have stuff like you are not allowed to speak French, which is an official language in Belgium.
Get out of here.
In the Flemish-speaking part, unless you are in certain sections of Flanders.
Oh.
So, if you go to, for example, renew your passport in a Flemish, well, in Flanders, and you want to speak your native tongue, French, for example, to a clerk in not in the capital, in the what's the word again in English? In the mayor building. You know what I mean? You are the office clerk is not allowed to respond in French, only in Dutch. And that's still happening to this day. I've seen people, because I worked a year or two as an interim job for the government, I've seen people get fired because they responded to people in foreign languages.
Yeah, at least this is decided by, I mean, you have laws for this, no?
Yeah,
I mean,
but
you have official languages that are different in different regions,
but
no?
but imagine the police not allowed to answer people in need in a foreign language.
I will tell you something about how it
Yeah,
is in
Chris City
Romania.
Hall.
In Romania, there are some regions where they are the Hungarians are majority, and even if there is no law that allows them to do this, they are speaking only Hungarian, and all the official places, magazines, stores, primary. I mean, and as a matter of fact, 20 years ago, I was working at a company in IT, and I had to go to that region to offer support for some of our software. And
That's not gonna work.
it was impossible to do something because everything was in Hungarian, and they were spoken between them in Hungarian, and
Ah, dear Lord.
it was crazy.
Yeah, and here in Belgium we have, for example, earlier I said that there is some tension between the Dutch-speaking part and French-speaking part. Like here in Belgium, in Flanders, the Dutch-speaking part, it's actually in the lesson plans that students get at least 2 or 3 hours a week classes of French. In Wallonie, the French-speaking part, Dutch is an optional subject, together with English. So take a wild guess what 99% of the students choose. Take a wild guess. And then people are annoyed that Dutch is a dying language.
Here we go again.
Yeah, I think it's isn't it the last puzzle? Well,
It's the last one.
Yeah.
It's also the easiest one.
true. Also, now the constellations actually happen. It's a fun thing to mention. During the Christmas period, Climate actually sends us a package, and I sent the package back recently. And when we started to calculate when it arrives, Climate and I discovered we have the same birthday.
Yeah.
So I don't want to know what the
No,
chances are of that, but
I discovered that we have the same birthday because Blue Screen asked you something
yeah.
on Discord. And you give the date exactly, and I was wow.
Yeah, and then I wasn't it in our chat that you said it will arrive around my birthday?
Yeah, but that was because before knowing where it is, when it is.
Yeah, yeah, Blue. Me and Clement have the same birthday, the 7th of February, in a week and a half.
Hey, what's that?
Oh, this is actually an easy boss in my opinion.
Oh, I need to equip
It's
something.
quite easy, although it is a bit random for the speedrun. It's not the simplest boss. That's the next one, in my opinion. The large Kraken.
If there is one thing I hated in this game, it's the upcoming underwater sections. I really dislike timed things in a game. Especially when the controls, like the swimming controls in this game, are pretty finicky.
Obligatory water level in every game.
Yeah. Thankfully, in the Infernal Machine, the water level isn't that bad.
Citation needed.
Depends on what you count as the water level.
The level 5.
Yeah. Depends on how you want to argue, but the third level can also be a water level.
It's a raft level, but you're not swimming.
Yeah. Oh, Blue, we are not the same person. Clement and I. We have the same birthday, but not the same birth year. I turned 30 in a week and a half.
Ah,
So last stream I discovered that I had the game on PS2. So I gave it a try. And what Blue is saying about the frame rate and swimming, I'm not gonna elaborate. But I needed to take an aspirin.
nothing.
No, now it's a stabby contest. Is it me, or are the animations a bit different compared to PC?
Which animations in particular?
The one when he charges you. I don't remember it having like how is that effect called? The duplication-ish effect or delay effect?
I also don't remember a red light actually.
Yeah.
So,
Huh?
do you think he has some motion blur?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely not on PC for sure.
Okay.
And now, how did we exit this level? Yeah, you shouldn't heal since there isn't too much level after this.
Hmm?
And I don't know if there's stuff in the boxes left. Is the stuff from the boxes always guaranteed?
Dr. Jones. What? No more jokes?
You again? Wonderful.
Yeah, I cannot express how delighted I am to see you again. We have so much to discuss. Throw him on the train. I will conduct the interrogation when we reach Istanbul.
Istanbul breakout. Oh no, 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 no.
Yeah.
This level actually features
That's
a very
something.
strange skip/glitch in the speedrun.
Istanbul.
And an artifact. And
What was that?
also, when
You're finally
something,
awake.
I will say it
I
after
advise
cutscene.
you to save your strength. Our interrogations can be quite grueling. Sadly, I have other matters that require my attention.
We could always wait until you return.
I think not. Goodbye, Dr. Jones.
Mei Yin, get me out of here.
It looks like we got the wrong Dr. Jones after all.
Don't let this little bump in the road throw you. The Nazis have no idea what they're looking for.
Do not be too sure of that. The Germans are excavating a city underneath Istanbul.
They found the palace of Belisarius? No wonder Von Beck was in a hurry.
You must go there and find the third piece of the Mirror of Dreams. Remember, I'll be watching you.
Don't you trust me? You hired me. Not good. I need an edge.
So, in the last stream, I was talking about the crocodile having a mate, and actually somebody in the Infernal Machine Discord answered me, and Joseph said the croc's name is Big Bertha in the speedrun world.
Near the end, you clipped out of bounds. There's a lot of clipping out of bounds you can do in this level, and that's part of the speedrun strat. So here, just as you escape, there's the fence to your right, and if you hug the wall against that fence, you can clip out of, let's say, the intended player area onto a roof. And then from there, you can jump into a corner, like we saw earlier in the stream, to clip completely out of bounds. And then there's a really strange glitch, which I have no idea why it works like it does. But basically, you can jump in the out of bounds in one specific location, and Indy will grab some sort of invisible ledge. And then if you let go of the ledge, during the letting go animation, Indy will warp to a completely different place in the level, and it just happens to be right next to the exit.
Speaking about the exit, let's not forget the artifact.
Yes, let's not do the skips because we are picking up treasures in this playthrough.
I'll try not to blow myself up.
Oh my god.
This is where the combat gets a noticeable difficulty spike, because these Turkish guys, they are much better at blocking your attacks, and they are much more mobile in their movement.
Yeah.
So they don't die as quickly.
Yeah, this is the
Also,
level
where
where
the
Chris abandoned the game. He said it earlier.
Understandable. As well as this level takes away your weapons. We need to find them first.
Yeah,
As well as the canteen. We don't have a canteen either.
I abused grenades in this level quite a lot.
Ah,
Trouble is, they suck to throw.
Especially because of that guy.
I forgot about this part of the level. The machine gun. Machine gun enemies.
It's your last grenade, so do take care.
Think there's more?
No.
Or
yeah,
here.
they are
Oh
here.
yeah, here.
There's also a
Machine
submachine gun
gun.
here, so I guess you can just shoot him
Go pew pew.
in first person. I should add.
I think this is easy difficulty, or otherwise that gunman
Yeah.
is
Analog stick for aiming doesn't help.
I'll
Fair.
try not to blow myself up.
But he hasn't hit Indy like once.
Ha.
Nope.
You cannot aim. I guess I need to be in first person
Ow.
also.
Yeah, I was about to say, what if we go in first person?
Doesn't work. In first person. Oh? Ah, no.
Oh Lord!
So bad.
Not good. On the edge.
And now I'm thinking back, how many times do you actually need to kill an enemy game in order to have an item drop or a thing open? I can't remember too many instances. Apart from the late game, where you have to kill those skeleton dudes. That animation.
Okay.
I'll try
That
not
was
to blow
good.
myself up.
Ah!
That was
Almost.
close. That's a good one. Did you get a...
I'm not sure.
Are you gonna get it?
No.
Oh,
Too
that
far
was
away.
far.
Ah,
Promising.
yeah.
Did I see a guy flying, or was it a bird? That
Okay.
looked like a med kit instead of ammo. Man. Ammo pack, ammo pack.
Ah,
I was about to say, aren't there explosive barrels near here? Oh, you're full of ammo, I think.
you can get the ammo if you don't have the weapon.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Indy can't be hoarding. Yeah, and in here, knowing myself and my playstyle, I would just use the explosive barrels here.
Yeah, we got the bottle.
Indy can go glug glug.
Does the box have a medkit or something?
Possibly.
No. Huh?
The other box.
Uh,
No, the box you were running towards.
There's a box on top of boxes.
Boxy box. It would make sense there's
Nope,
something
nothing.
hidden in there.
I'll try not to blow myself up.
Imagine that when you have
you
grenades
can get them.
and- yeah. Imagine
I mean,
how
you
Yeah,
can
now he
keep
has a
them.
satchel, so he can
Yeah, okay.
store some grenades.
Yeah,
I'd have a drink if I were you.
Yeah.
yeah.
I have too many,
im-
I guess.
Imagine now that Indy has grenades in his satchel, he can actually get hurt because bullets can enter the satchel.
So, Neko, did you say the record for this one?
Oh, not yet.
I was afraid to ask because maybe I forgot again.
No. This time you're correct to ask, since I haven't said yet that for the bookkeeping, that this set of levels for Istanbul, is by the impossible in 13 minutes and 23 seconds. And
That's not gonna work.
yeah, I still need to look up the time and who and everything, so I will say it later. But Hong Kong is the upcoming levels after Istanbul is one of the first
Boom.
records that NekoJonez has in this game. And one of the only, I think. Oh no, never mind. The Netherworld.
He throw it back.
He's like, no, you can have the hot potato.
Again? Too late. What the fuck?
NekoJonez do warn when he is nearing the end of the level.
Okay.
Since the way to the artifact is right before the end of the level.
Once you see scaffoldings, you will know he's close.
Ah,
Turret section, yes. So much fun.
that's all.
Indeed.
Ah, I remember. Here is a tough one.
Now I wonder, do you need to finish a level to earn the artifact?
I believe you do.
It was a tough one, TM.
If you don't use the weapon, it's tough. I mean, if you try to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like using the machete or style weapons. I think they're useless. Because the attacks are so slow. I just prefer fists.
So this isn't the end of the level yet, right?
Not yet. Needs to get higher.
Yeah. I forgot the Istanbul levels of it. It's a bit vague. Since this part of the game is the least I have played the least. Usually when I replay the game,
I am personally not a big fan of these levels casually, but I think in the speedrun they might be some of the best. Apart from the second to last level with the Poseidon statue, that level can fuck off.
Oh, I know the one you mean. It can indeed words off. And then die in a pit of fire, preferably.
Mhm.
I think you jump to the
Yeah.
scaffold. I haven't played this level normally in ages.
You don't play any level normally, Kovic. It seems.
Just look at Kovic's speedrun.org page. It's org.com.
I recommend you watch how this chapter and this map in particular is speedrun, because the route is crazy.
I will add to the description after the stream, also for the first one, for the first stream, links to the speedruns. I forgot to add for the first one.
Also, Ender is saying he...
A fun fact, this might be the only time in this game you push a box.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. There is not even like pressure switches, things like that. There aren't too much levers either. Like we established many times, this game isn't a puzzle game.
it puts the action in the word action adventure game.
Yeah, and it forgets adventure.
No, Staff of Kings forgets adventure.
Oh, Staff of Kings.
I think Staff of Kings
is
forgets
excrement.
game.
Forgets everything.
Staff of Kings is excrement.
Okay, we are approaching the end slowly.
Right before the end of the level, look over the edge of the platform.
Not yet. You can get a little bit higher still on the scaffold. They just keep coming.
Now I have the scene of the like, in my head, like, sorry,
I know what you're gonna
and
say.
he just like, fuck it. No, Ender. Staff of Kings tries too hard to be a game, but it fails even at that level. Good night, Chris.
Uncharted is so strange
Good night, Chris.
because I only played Uncharted 1, but I feel like there's also so much combat in that game, but it's instead of being fun melee combat, Uncharted goes this strange third-person shooter
Yeah, and
kind of combat.
the first Uncharted I played was actually Uncharted quote unquote 5, the spin-off game. Uncharted, I forgot the name.
Now we are very close to the end of the level. This platform is actually the place where you would warp if you did the speedrun strat.
Ah, okay. And the
So,
secret, the artifact.
right before the end of the level, look over the edge of the platform.
Okay, so I guess we can go higher still. Because the end of the level is when you enter the mosque. So there's a window into the dome that you go into. Right, that door. So I don't know what over the edge of the platform means here.
Yeah, and you will
But
spot
do not
a
go
crate.
inside, that's the end.
And you will spot a crate.
Wait, a crate. Is it just a wooden crate outside?
And look down and you will see, and you will spot a pot below. I know where it is.
Is it the dome?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah,
what's that? Dead.
Yeah, no, you need to go down.
down? Okay. Here?
No, that doesn't look right.
Yeah, I don't want to die before the end of the level. Let's make sure.
Right before the end of the level, look over to the edge of the platform and you will spot a crate. Look down from the crate and you will spot a pod
I think you need to go up. I think you need to go up.
And you will spot a pod that leads alongside the circular dome below.
Yeah, definitely go up one more platform. And there is a box to your left now. And you see this green dome and the white
Okay.
path along. I think that's what they mean. This looks much more walkable.
Okay. Let's try.
Oh yeah. And to your right is the artifact, I think.
Yeah.
I guess it gets replenished anyway when you start a new area, or I'm mistaken.
The canteen, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a
No,
rich man.
it doesn't
Okay.
automatically replenish. No.
I think it just replenish between chapters.
Sometimes.
Unless it's taken away from you, like in this chapter.
So the Penglai area with the Nazi base is split into 2 chapters, but the canteen doesn't get replenished between the first and the second one, I think. Otherwise, you are right. I think it always replenishes between chapters, but only between chapters.
Maybe the real water was the friends we made along the way.
Maybe the real friends was the water.
Von Beck must be smarter than he looks.
No, never gonna happen.
The next artifact is in the second part of the Secret of the Mosque, so in the second part of this level.
Ah!
I don't believe it.
Huh?
Imagine having a twomp now coming down from nowhere.
I have too many medkits.
I
Something
think
to
you can
remember.
only hold 3.
Yeah.
Just keep your eyes open.
Ah.
Jetzt hast du kein Glück mehr, Yankee. Ich trete dir mit meinem Stiefel in den Arsch, Amerikaner. Komm schon, kämpfe.
That was spoken really fast.
What? Okay. What?
No, this isn't the German version.
Ah, medkit, where is it? Fuck.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, me neither.
Are there many speedrun strats for this level? Kovic, you have muted yourself.
Oops.
I think this is a rather normal level for the run.
There is a trick you can do. I don't know why it works, but if you roll into a specific spot from the top platform, you can avoid fall damage and skip this whipping.
A bit like I've used the backwards rolling in Machine. It doesn't make sense to me how in Machine, when we backwards roll, we negate all fall damage.
We don't
my head.
negate. We don't negate it, but after the backwards roll ends, Indy's momentum gets restarted. So the game thinks you fell from a much lower height.
Back to the run. For me and Kovic, it's 1 a.m. And for Clement, it's 2. Oh yeah, Iceland runs on UK time, so it's past midnight now there.
Okay.
He got stunned by hitting the wall.
That's a good move too. Very useful.
We are good.
Of course, that Iceland doesn't have summertime when it's called Iceland.
Yeah. And how the early explorers trolled us basically and switched the names Iceland and Greenland. I wonder if there are differences in this game besides the damage in difficulty.
I lost my weapon. No.
Love the ammo though.
Yeah.
Always steal it.
Okay. How do I get there?
Can you whip that from there?
Not from here.
I don't think so. Okay, you can. Wow.
We stand corrected.
Okay, so this is the intended way to get to the fountain.
Speedrunner discovers how you play this game casually.
Yeah, speedrunner discovers there's a fountain.
You should have a playthrough, all treasures and all fountains. Okay. Eh, eh. Ah,
To be honest, that shark doesn't look quite nice. The model is fine, but the texturing. Like the texturing on the walls here. We say always partially, well, not partially, mostly as a joke that Staff of Kings is rushed out of the door, but at certain parts of the Emperor's Tomb, I also feel that this game has been rushed.
I don't
Certainly the
know.
fact that it barely has a final boss is
Yeah.
suspicious.
For me, it's the most polished one from the three. Infernal Machine and Staff of Kings in this one.
Infernal Machine on PC is pretty polished. We do have one glitch, but it's a pretty powerful glitch to say the least. Well, two. The backwards roll and the pistol glitch. Kovic, correct me if I'm wrong, but there aren't any out of bound glitches on PC
Wow.
of Machine.
Out of bounds? No.
Yeah.
That's because the out of bounds has collision. You can reach like the edge of the map, for example, with the jeep, but it's like a wall is there.
Yeah. Yeah, and the part out of bounds that's somewhat reachable is in Teo, where you can, with some shenanigans, climb up a tree and go over the edge. But yeah, mostly it's easier to find glitches in the Emperor's Tomb than in Machine. Granted, it's a more complex game in terms of polygons and all that jazz, so there are more things that can go wrong.
The Infernal Machine
for-
works on Windows. I don't know Windows 7, but Windows 10 works.
Yeah, Windows 10 works. Windows 7
I don't know about Windows
probably
7.
works too. I probably played it on Windows 7 years ago.
Yeah, with layers and layers of compatibility patches. Or
Hello,
however you pronounce that word.
hello,
These
Ducky.
days, if you buy it from GOG, I don't think you need any other patches. If you have the
Dark,
CD version or the Steam version, then you
Hi,
need some
Darky.
wrappers.
Well, the end, it depends on how long we still have the energy to stream. I mean,
We-
we did
we-
one time we did a 6-hour stream.
Yeah, with us, we never
I'd
know.
like to not do that.
Or it's too short or too long. Okay, I need to do the jump.
I really
Wow.
don't remember.
If you want to make this jump easier, you can roll off the edge of the platform instead of jumping, and you will reach further.
Yeah.
Roll here?
And then at the end of the roll, you swing your whip.
You sure about this? Okay. You remember that I'm playing on Xbox, and it's strange that if you keep on pressing the left trigger, which is roll, you go in first person.
What? That's so weird.
Yeah, and it's a dangerous thing.
I'm so gonna play Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb on my Xbox one of these days. But yeah, like
On
I said in
Xbox
the
One.
beginning of
Xbox
no,
One, isn't
on
it?
my Xbox 2. I don't have an Xbox One. But like I said at the beginning of the stream, I do have another game to do.
Stuff of Kings on DS. Okay, I will do a running jump because I don't want to make another mistake. Okay.
So yeah, wish me luck. I'm not even gonna try run the Lego Indiana Jones games.
This is what you said about the DS.
Yeah. But I am gonna do the Step of Kings on DS.
I'm into melee.
Run. Just because the any percent and the 100% of this game is empty.
Time to heal.
And I actually got into speedrunning because the Game Boy Color version of Machine was empty, and I finished it. Well, not empty, monococked it. 3 runs.
Ah, we got 5 bullets.
Come on. Thanks.
Yeah, Noki, and like we said in earlier in this stream, it's because this game focuses more on the melee combats. Kovic did a great explanation.
Yeah, basically, if you use firearms, you are opting out of the melee combat, which takes some skill to do properly, and so to balance that, you get fewer bullets, and also the bullets do less damage than would be realistic, because it takes 2, 3, or 4 bullets to kill someone. But as an advantage, you get the chance to avoid melee combat.
Mm-hmm. You know what I found funny? That Clement forgot Indy's hat right at the beginning of this level.
Damn.
So now we have, I think, a level called Secrets of the Mosque Part 2. This artifact is pretty simple to find. At the start of the level, you see, I'm not that kind of a picture.
Okay.
It's truly easy.
Blue Screen thinks using melee in this game just stinks. Get good. Melee is fun.
And the rock. Shh.
You said it's around here?
Yeah, it's right there.
I'm gonna be a rich man if I ever get out of this alive.
And the final treasure is in the Sunken Palace. Oh, in the previous stream we talked a bit about the Ghosty game. Shall we mention that Blue uploaded the parts of our sessions that we did after stream last time?
Yeah, of course. Can put the links on if you want.
Yeah, they are in our chat. I'm curious if the people who watch your channel will be interested in seeing us play another type of game than Indiana Jones.
Yeah, we can try it. We just need to find the day.
Yeah, true
A
that.
special day for that game. From my part, I'm really flexible. So it's for you to decide.
For me, it's weekends or school holidays. But let's
But
do
the
this whole conversation
yeah,
off stream. But I just mentioned it to generate some hype and to drive some traffic to those videos as well. We will have a conversation about that, Blue, to find the moment.
okay. Ah,
Oh! That was a partially save.
Kovic, I find it strange that you didn't like the Uncharted games. Really.
Well, it's so combat heavy and it's ranged combat, shooting combat, third person cover shooter combat, and you have to play it with a controller, and that sucks. If it was, I'd probably like it a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm.
I really like them. I didn't find it too complicated to play with the controller, that game. I mean, it's also a third person.
Yeah, but I agree with Kovic. The first entry in the series isn't the best.
Yeah, it isn't. The second is the best, my opinion. And the fourth one, it's really close.
True. I haven't played. I haven't finished the first one, so I haven't played the second, the third, or the fourth one.
The second one, at least when it was released, was really impressive.
Darky, I have the remaster collection on PS4 with the first 3 games in one package. So at least it runs at 60 FPS and stuff like that.
The first one is really dated. I tried to replay it, and it shows his age. Its age.
It looks a little better on the PS4 version.
Yeah, of course.
Nightmare Creatures. That's a really niche game.
Oh, I have the full box, big box edition for that game.
I should try playing that on the N64.
The only reason that I have that game in my collection is that it supports glide, and at one moment I wanted to collect all the games that supported the glide.
Yeah, it's like I collect also something similar from a company here in Belgium that went bankrupt a few years ago. They did a lot of porting of educational software and edutainment games. collecting those kind of games where you have like supporting all the games that support Glide or from a certain company, it's a really fun thing to do.
Yeah, but
And you learn a lot about those things.
the games that support Glide are really collectible and pricey. The big box edition.
That's a sad truth. Sometimes I have seen if you have a real price shopper, just go to eBay in another tab and look for the prices of the Winnie the Pooh entertainment games, and see your bank account draining right away.
Wow, why is that?
Well, I have no idea, but to give you an idea, hold on, since I'm typing something wrong. Of course. I've seen prices from your usual $2, which is fine, to 720 for an entertainment game for toddlers.
And Nightmare Creatures, I think it has a second one also, exclusive to PlayStation 2 or 1. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, I think it was PS2. No. Which consoles did you say, Clement?
PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2, I guess, is the second Nightmare Creatures.
PlayStation 1, but it's also released on another platform.
Yeah? Which one? Dreamcast, maybe?
Yeah.
Wow. Then that's the version you should try it.
Yeah, the first reviews I see when I enter Nightmare Creatures 2 here on the mighty Googles is for Dreamcast on jeuxvideo.com. It gets a 12 out of 20 on the Dreamcast and an 11 out of 20 on the PS1.
Yeah, it's not a great game, but it has a cult following. It's really collectible also. I paid some money for it.
For me, it's more about how much fun is the game instead of how good are the graphics and everything like that. Like, when I write reviews for my blog, I have seen reviewers sometimes being too critical of a game or wanting the newest of the newest technology. Like, I mean, we are playing a game that's, what, 20 years old by now? And we are still having fun. We are about to drop a giant hat.
Es ist der Amerikaner.
Now, this is the only thing for suspension of disbelief. Like, how big is this crane even with this kind of interior?
I don't know. There are a lot of things that I don't like on the way the games are reviewed.
Yeah.
It's something strange. It's like if someone says a game is bad, then all of a sudden this is they are starting to be a lot of people that saying the same thing without having
Yeah, and the standards of some people are way too high. Like, if it's a 7 out of 10, I'm not gonna play it.
For example, I'm playing Callisto Protocol now, which is destroyed in reviews. Is the horror survival horror that the guys that did first Dead Space released in December, and is destroyed in reviews also on Steam. But I have a good time playing it. I don't know. Maybe I like strange games. I don't know. It's something wrong with me. Maybe.
I know one of my more favorite video reviewers here on YouTube, NitroRad, did an amazing video on Callisto Protocol and exactly explained where it works and doesn't work.
Oops.
I was about to make a joke. Imagine dying right in front of the level. But really,
Wow. This is punishing. Really punishing.
yeah. Let's pick up the treasure first.
I know that a lot of people don't like the combat in this Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, that's what I also heard. A lot of.
Yeah, until now I'm 5 hours in the game. I don't have a problem with the combat. It's
You know which game I recently started playing on my PS4? Resident Evil Village.
oh, I didn't get to that one yet.
Yeah, but I play a lot of games out of horror. Actually, Kovic, I wonder how different are the runs between PC, Xbox, and PlayStation? Have you any idea about that?
For this game, well, there are no console runs in existence, but
Oh, interesting.
we proved during this stream that at least the out of bounds tricks should work just fine. So really, the main difference would be the
Frame rate.
not glitches, but the sort of sequence breaks that use rolling, because the rolling distance is shorter on 60 FPS than on 30.
Interesting.
So playing Xbox, especially on
Oh my god.
new Xbox with 60 FPS, that would probably be slower in some places. PlayStation could have comparable rolls, but loading times would be horrible.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Xbox could be valid or usable for runs. I think PlayStation is useless.
And if you want to torture yourself, you play PlayStation. well, PlayStation version of this game. Is the Americana, but I'm gonna shoot in a totally different direction.
How much do you still have to play for finishing this chapter?
This is the fountain? Oh,
One,
oh,
2, 3, 4
you're
levels.
midway.
Okay, I was wondering if it will be doable this stream, the entire level.
I mean, depends.
I'm getting pretty tired.
Same here.
Okay, then
It's only 4 levels, but at least one of them is quite long. Probably the longest in the game. I think Neko knows which one I mean.
Sadly enough, I know. Well, this level is about to end almost. If I'm not mistaken, that was right after you end up on the head, right?
Yep.
Get down into the lower levels. That head could be.
Which, by the way, as a level exit, it makes no sense at all.
Yeah, it wouldn't be survivable in real life. But yeah, this is video game land. And Indiana Jones has plot armor. Oh,
we have a fountain there, you see?
yeah, so there are multiple fountains in this level.
I guess that one it's a secret one.
Something I'm currently imagining is the scene in Machine in the ship where you pull up the crystal. It's almost a reference to that scene. And preferably now swing it in the correct direction.
I need to jump.
Yeah.
What? What?
And the most annoying part is the head goes down there as a level exit.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. We try one more time.
Okay.
And I guess we'll finish after that.
It's fine by me.
I'm gonna be a rich man.
It's really stupid that this is a tricky jump exactly at the end. I think it's bad design in my opinion.
It's like, oh, you're gonna finish the level? I don't think so. I'm gonna insta-bully you. Got it, blue skin, but I'm gonna insta-bully you.
Okay.
Now, in one of the later levels, I found that the AI isn't too good with these scaffoldings. There is a video on my channel where I was playing one of the later levels in the China Temple, where if you go into a corner of the scaffolding, the enemies refuse to attack you.
Yeah, there's some really cool platforming you can do on this scaffolding. I'd love to get Liptas to work with this game. So that I could pass it.
Is that a similar program for the machine task?
No, that was BizHawk, because that's a console.
I mean the PC version.
Oh yeah, for the PC version you would use the same thing. Yep.
Yeah, BizHawk for Game Boy Color and N64, I assume.
Yeah, it's not ready for N64 yet, unfortunately, because Indiana Jones requires more accurate emulation than what they have in 2.8, so I'm waiting for the 2.9 release. It's still nowhere near done.
It's the Amerikaner, but let them heal. Ah.
Okay, if I will die, I will do the jump off screen, off stream.
I need to get down into the lower levels. That head could be my ticket out of here.
The chat is cheering you on, damn it. Exactly what the stream is saying. Right there.
Da drüben ist der!
Oh dear lord, how's your health?
It's okay. Yet.
Because your health is I believe in you for us.
Ah, okay. On every playthrough, I had this problem with this jump.
The whip, by the way.
Yeah, and you need to jump as later in the arc towards the head.
What the Okay.
I thought you made it. Oh, dear.
Reaction time, 2 seconds.
Okay. We'll do it next time.
Yeah.
Because look at Kovic. He's really tired. I know, maybe also Neko, but doesn't show.
Yeah, in Dutch we have a saying like the vat is empty. So actually I'm gonna
Ah. Yeah, this is it. Unfortunately, I have this talent at ending the streams. I mean, it happened with the final stream on Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. That we couldn't finish the level. It wasn't my fault.
That wasn't your fault, though.
Yeah, but
yeah, that was the game like saying you will never stop streaming.
and after that stream, the last stream from last year was Terminator, and we did the DLC for that one of the DLC, and I played it till the end, and at the boss fight I died. And it was something like that. I mean, you couldn't load. You need to do it.
Oh dear.
And that was the end. Thank you, Darky. Thank you, Back to the Rock. I mean, thank you all. Thank you, Kovic and Neko. It's great to have you every time. Yeah, and we'll see each other next week. Don't forget to check the videos for that horror game that we tried in 4. It's for co-op.
Yeah, and it's something that might become a stream.
Yeah, if you are interested to do
lined up.
To do a live with that game in another day, and it could be done. We are together with Blue Screen and Kovic and Neko. You can check it on the links. And until next time, have a good evening or a day. Some of you is there just starting the evening, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.